Back from spring break, everybody. We are going to ease back into our class this week as we're trying to get resettled into a routine. At least I am. I really did enjoy spring break and I got to read lots of books and just kind of do things that normally I don't get a chance to do around the house. So that was great. And I hope you had a good, relaxing spring break too. So you might notice one thing of your good observation skills. There's a little different background today in my video. I'm actually at my clinical practice today. And in between catching up on some client stuff, I thought I'd better get class going. So here we are. But anyway, so what we're going to do this week is we're going to ease back into our skills by talking about self-disclosure. So self-disclosure really is an important skill for you to learn, and it's a little bit tricky because I think we are naturally self-disclosing when we talk to people. And in counseling or in working kind of in an environment like in student affairs, working with students where the focus is really more on the student, it's really not about you self-disclosing very much. And it's very intentional when you use it. So you'll see, you'll have a discussion board, which that's the only assignment this week. And you will, read the material. But the rules I want to highlight for self-disclosure are pretty important in terms of what I want you to practice. So first, self-disclosure, you should listen very carefully first. It never should be right off the bat you're self-disclosing things. And then be brief. And by brief, I mean maybe 1 to 2 sentences. Definitely no more than 3. And that's because you don't want to have a lot of airtime. And you want the person you're talking to have the most airtime because you're in the listening mode. So your self-disclosure should always connect back to the client. So in other words, it's not about you telling a story about yourself. It's about connecting something maybe you are thinking, feeling, or doing to what the client is thinking, feeling, or doing. And so examples is, let's say I can relate to how much trouble you're having organizing your time because I had trouble organizing my time in college. That's it. You don't go into saying, here's what I did and here's how this worked. Here's what I tried. You just keep it to that connection point and you let them come up with the ideas on what to do. The other thing is it can be immediate. So if a client or a student is talking about something very difficult and you're starting to have an emotional reaction to it, you could say something like, I can see how hard this is for you, and because I'm feeling sad and starting to tear up as you're talking about it. That's it. No more self-disclosing. You don't talk about a time when you had the same experience and you go on and on about how sad you were. So again, 1 to 2 sentences max. And make them real, not forced. So you're not looking for something. It's just when you feel it's appropriate to self-disclose something to connect to the person you're talking with, that's when you use this skill. So I want you to practice that with people and practice it multiple times, right? And because it is hard, I guess, to use it and not just keep going. You got to know when to stop on self-disclosure. So you'll practice it and then put up your experiences on the discussion board, and you do need to respond and read to 2 of your colleagues' posts. All right, so it looks like I'm, a little rusty. Got to ease back into this myself. I am going to keep working on grading, so you should see that starting to pop up again. So it's good to be back, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.